Welcome to the Bearded Bro Show podcast. I'm Dustin, and I'm with
Buddy Trav. We still don't have that down whatsoever,
you
we never will.
You know, at this point, I literally just do that. Like, I pause, and like, because then you have this awkward silence, and then you're like, well, should I speak? And then you start to speak, and I say, Trav.
It's just like a full blown interruption.
Oh, okay, that really scared me for a second.
It's good to be back, though.
It told me Audacity was not responding for a second. But we're good.
Wow. We're good. So, Dustin.
Yes, sir.
I want you to kind of give me a rundown on, because like I'm aware that you made a video on your channel, and I'm sure you were going to probably bring this up anyway, I'm not really sure, but you did a charity live stream last night.
I did.
So what's that all about? And if you want to, I just figured you could plug it here, just to get people on the podcast, because most people that watch this podcast are probably, your followers anyway, so they're probably already aware, but like just for the people that don't, something about your buddy Sean.
Yeah, Sean, who I actually want to have on the podcast. He is a retired firefighter, cop.
Oh yeah, it's that.
And
Okay, now I connected the dots. Okay, it's that guy. All right, cool.
Right. So he is pretty much confined to a motorized chair. His Parkinson's is so bad that he can't walk. His right arm is completely useless. Like, it has such a bad tremor in it. And it's kind of getting to the point now where, because his wife works, that he can't really do a whole lot. So it's, he kind of needs a service animal. And this company, JM Animal Training, is actually working with him, and we're fundraising $500 for him to secure this service dog, so he'll actually get the service dog. And we raised $100 on the stream, thanks to one $100 donation, but still was awesome. And and then after he gets the dog, once he gets his dog, then he has to do an even bigger fundraiser, which is huge because of the actual service animal training, which is $5,000 to $10,000.
That's amazing. That's amazing that you were able to do $100 already. And you think you're gonna do it again, or is it just something that's I
want to try to do it again. I mean, we talked about it. He wanted to do it today, but Tristan and I were just really busy with life.
Yeah.
And trying to spend as much time together as possible. So,
Right.
I told him, I was like, look, man, I'm not trying to bail out on you or anything. I was like, I just have, I just want to spend time with my family and
So is there any kind of link that I can put in the description for the YouTube?
Yes, if you go...
I'm mainly asking if it's still open to donate.
Oh, yeah. It's open until we hit the $500. If you go to my YouTube video,
cool.
Copy the first... It's the very top of the description. And a good thing to note, which Trav will also put in the description, he literally just has to copy it from my video with the link to JM Animal Training's PayPal.
Well, everything, if you're listening to this now, it's down there if you're on YouTube.
Yeah. So basically...
Yeah, so guys, help out Sean.
JM Animal Training is an actual charitable organization. They are considered a charity, by law. So everything, if say you donate money, it is tax deductible. So you can contact them, they will send you a receipt. But if you donate, make sure in the notes on PayPal that you put Sean, so that way they know who the money is going towards. Because that PayPal is not set up just for Sean's dog. That's set up through the organization. So you have to specify, okay, this money is for Sean. So this is going to Sean's dog. So just something to keep in mind. But it is tax deductible, so that's a good thing.
That's amazing, and I'm really happy that you actually stepped forward and did something about it. I was on my lunch at work yesterday, and then I went immediately basically watched which I think I saw it suggested on my phone, and then when I went home, I pulled it up on the TV, and I was like, oh, snap. And I didn't even connect the dots on what Sean it was until just now, but because I've heard about him a bunch, but yeah, we're definitely going to have him on the show. And speaking of the show in general, guys, real quick before we go any further, you can email us at bbroshow@gmail.com, and also tweet us or any of that. All that stuff is in the description. We have an Elder Scroll of a description in the bottom down there, and it's literally like, it's so massive, but it's so worth it, because after I finally completed the description to copy and paste each time, I was like, yes, we finally have something that's like, okay, no one's going to be lost, because it's extremely, like, it's kind of complicated. Me and Dustin both have different channels, our main channels, and, like, plugging Ryan's channel and everything. Sometimes I forget, like, oh, Ryan was on, I got to put him in the description. And we need to do three of us at some point really soon, because I feel like you guys have kind of gotten to know Ryan a little bit more with these episodes, but doing one with, like, the three of us would be really cool. But
I've only ever talked to Ryan twice.
Oh yeah, that's right. You really haven't even interacted with him that much, but that'll make it even the more interesting.
It would. I'll pick that man's brain.
Dude, just real quick, I told Dustin right before recording this, I bought for this, specifically for this podcast, I bought a Blue Yeti microphone because I just wasn't completely satisfied on, like, how, my microphone before was good. It wasn't bad, but I was just aware, like, but I could have better. And if I'm going to be, like, doing podcasts for, like, years to come, I might as well get an upgrade. And then today, I got in the mail, and it only took 2 days for them to give it to me, a freaking, a stand for the Blue Yeti. So you just, like, take the microphone off of the stand it's already on, screw it onto the end of this thing, and I'm in heaven right now. Like, this is the first time I'm trying this, and I'm literally sitting back in my chair and, like, spinning, like, every now and then, and it's so comfortable. It's so freaking comfortable right now. I'm just so hyped about this specific moment, like, recording this, because it's so nice. And I've kind of adjusted recently to, like, how far away I gotta be from the mic, doing all that. Because if none of you are creators, then a lot of you you never get to see the whole, like, and me and Dustin know this very well, being creators, like, you kind of almost, every piece of content you put out, like, you don't have to improve everything, you don't have to, like, try to do whatever, but, like, it's almost kind of like each time is a test to, like, how stuff's gonna be in audio, video, and, like, all this stuff, and you kind of fix it over time. That's kind of what I like to do, is just do these hidden, like, fixes. Even today I recorded, and this is the first time I'm ever going to do this, I recorded with this mic stand on a Trap Tries on my food reviews, so that's going to be really interesting to go and edit and actually see, like, is the audio going to be good enough for me to actually keep that as a thing, and also have a freaking microphone, like, on the screen too. I'm going to be really interested to go in and edit that and see how that actually is.
What's that review on?
It is on, I'm actually drinking it now, the Cherry Vanilla Coke.
Cherry Vanilla Coke.
It is, I won't spoil it. The review isn't even out yet at this point in time. It probably will be by the time this is up, but anyway. Yeah, Cherry Vanilla Coke. It seems like that would just be a thing, right? Like, it would already be a thing, but it's actually really new. And I had to track it down, because I was actually going to try to, because what I did with the Mountain Dew Zero was I found some in the back room of fill in the blank where I work, not saying it, but I got one of those really early, and I actually went back there at work the other day and was like, where's that Cherry Vanilla Coke? Like, I literally was looking, and of course I'm buying it. I'm not stealing it, by the way, guys. But it's funny that the Mountain Dew Zero rung up as just Mountain Dew, so I guess it technically wasn't in the system yet, but I thought I was going to get to do the same thing with this. But it's actually, it was in one of the vending machines at the front, but it was very, very hidden. I was like, because I thought they'd do, like, a display and all this stuff, because it's brand new, but it's so subtly, like, it just looks like a normal thing. Cherry Vanilla, it looks like the bottle just reminds me of Cherry Coke. Like, it's so subtle. But I found one, I'm like, this is new, and they're not advertising it like it is. But according to Chew Boom, it's literally brand new. But anyway, moving on from that, check out my main channel in the description below. I do food reviews, and Dustin does Minecraft videos, so check out our main channels if you haven't yet.
I just want to say, before we start our rambling conversation.
I'm already
wanna,
there.
I want to give Trav
Like,
praise,
this is so
but I
already
also want to give
rambling.
Trav a little critique, right? One, Trav is very good at plugging things. Two, the critique. I wish he was good at sending my fucking care package as he is at plugging shit in the description of the videos.
I know, right?
Listen, this man had 76 days off work in a row recently. And he was like, oh, I'm going to use this time to get caught up on everything. Like, send your care package. I waited.
And you know what I did? I got caught up on everything else but that. I was like, oh no, there's
Because
no
it doesn't
more
exist.
time left.
The care package doesn't exist. You might as well just call it the box of
It
fucking
actually,
hope.
you know what's funny is it does, but you know what, Dustin? You're not even going to believe this, and I know, and I swear to my sweet Lord, I know that I keep saying this every single time, and I'm not talking about sending it, but
Of course not.
I added something else. Like, I literally was like, this is a must. Dustin is going to love this. So, trust me, the longer that this takes, it only gets better. It only gets better, my friend. You're gonna freak out. I know.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like,
you're gonna
"Dude,
show
I'm
up at my
so
fucking
glad I
funeral with it
waited."
and bury it with my casket. That's when it's gonna fucking happen.
Like, Dustin didn't even get to see what's inside. I'm just like lowering it down. Like, it's gonna be on top of it. It's gonna be on top of your coffin. Like, no, I would make sure that they have like the lid for the coffin, whatever you call that. Sounds so stupid, but calling it a lid, but like make it big enough where a big box can fit, like where you're holding it.
There you go,
Just like. Is like, and I put, here's your MFN, and I literally put MFN, here's your MFN care package.
Yeah,
R.I.P. sir.
Come here.
But hopefully I die first, because I don't want Dustin to die, and I have to live with that. But
Trista's sitting on my lap right now.
hello, Trista.
Travis said hello, Trista.
Hello.
This could technically be
But
me
I'm
and
going to
Dustin,
make a
but then
sandwich.
every now and then Trista says something episode.
Yep. Trista comes in every now and again. She makes her appearance. She's a fan favorite.
Well,
So-
we are fans of Trista.
So I had a very good day today. February 11th, right now. And my second
Dustin's
ever
so
map.
specific on the time. He always reveals, like, not one episode has gone by where he hasn't revealed, like, it is 1/27, 2020, like, what, like,
Well,
because it's not like they're
it's a
actually getting the
notable day.
episode on that day.
No, but it's a notable day. So the people watching,
I
and
know,
listening.
it's just kind of funny. But yeah,
My-
go ahead, sorry.
My second ever map for Project Moonboot in the Minecraft Marketplace came out today. It's called Hideaway.
Dude,
and you guys
that
can
boat
buy it.
one looks legit. That thumbnail, I was like blown away by the ship. I was like, dude, that looks like a real ship in the distance, but I know it's Minecraft. Like, it's crazy.
Here's the best part about the map, okay? It's $2.
People are gonna be like,
$1.99.
bye.
Buy the map, because then I make money, and then I can build a gaming PC, and I can go get tattoos, and I can send my fiance to get her hair done and get her toenails did, or
Hey, at
whatever
least you're
girls do.
honest
I
on
don't
what
know
you
what the
use
fuck
it on.
girls do, but she can go do that. So buy my map, so I can have nice things. So one day when you guys meet me in person and I have a $2,100 Louis Vuitton backpack on, you can look at it because of you I own. I'm just kidding. I'm not fucking conceited. That makes me sound like such a douchebag.
You know what's better than 21? 25.
Hold on, guys. Forgive me. 1 second. My fiance is down there making a sandwich. I am, in a non-asshole way, going to ask her through my Apple Watch, by the way, thank you, tax return, to have my fiance make me a sandwich. Give me
You
1 second.
already got your tax return? I'm still waiting on
Hi,
mine.
babe.
But you
Can
might have.
please
you might
make
have,
me a
do it.
sandwich because I love you.
I would ask her for one, but I already ate. But sends a moldy sandwich in the mail back.
You know what's funny is you get that moldy sandwich before I ever got my fucking care package.
I know, right? So what else is going on with you?
So, have you ever just like thought back to things you did in your younger days? Not like young. I mean like teenage days. We're pretty much the same age, right? What year did you graduate high school?
2011.
So did I, right? We're avid gamers. We like video games and shit. And the other day, I thought about something. Like, how fucking stupid I was to stand out in the freezing cold in September or October, November, whenever the fuck Call of Duty came out, at like 10:30 at night, in a line, wrapped around a building to get goddamn Call of Duty at midnight at a GameStop.
Well, it's an interesting world we live in now, where digital and everything's starting to become more. Which, I mean, you probably mean what you're saying is probably like you're not meaning anything about digital. You're just saying this for a different reason. But yeah, we live in a world now where you can do that, and I've kind of warmed up to digital. Like, I've really started to realize, especially with the Xbox thing, being able to share games. Like, me and Ashley like only have to buy a game once, and then we both have it. Which is really, really nice. So, discs are great. I've always loved discs. I like having a copy of a game physically in my hands and to put on the shelf. It looks nice, everything. But then, and digital takes longer to download, but I've really warmed up to it just having a collection of digital games. I have some games that I have discs, like I have Skyrim and Red Dead 2 and all that on disc, but yeah, like, if there's a game that me and Ashley want to play together, like, obviously I wasn't going to buy, we're trying out for the first time Elder Scrolls Online, because we both love Elder Scrolls, so we're like, well, I mean, maybe it'll be worth a shot, to be able to play an Elder Scrolls game together, and I've never really been into the idea of getting Elder Scrolls Online until the wifey, so, but, like, the only way for us to play together is if I bought it, like, it's actually on Game Pass, but that's a long story short. But but yeah, like, so I got that digitally. Like, why would I get a disc? Even if it wasn't on Game Pass and I had to buy it, I would be buying it on a digital. And so, yeah, I do think back to that every now and then, where I'm like, okay, a lot of things were great about a lot of. What do you mean?
Have you ever done a midnight release?
Oh yes, I have. Gears of War 3 was my first one. Actually won a little poster of that. I think I've said that before on here. Because they were doing like a little game where they, like, some employees stood outside and questions and all this stuff, and I actually think I got a question
cool.
right. And I,
but this is why,
yeah, it was
this
fun.
Is where
but
I
like,
think
it's
back to me
just
doing this.
we're in a world now where like midnight releases are like
they don't exist
only for people that are gonna get the disc, and that's really rare
they
nowadays.
like don't do them anymore. Like, that shit was hype when you were in high school. You're like, fuck you, David, I'm going to get Call of Duty at midnight, bitch. But then my mom always made me go to school the next day anyway. Fuck her. That shit made me so mad. I never got the COD flu, as some might say. But this is what pisses me off about the fact that I like did this with my buddy Mike, like these midnight releases. Okay, so the closest GameStop to me is like a half hour away, right? Mike and I would go. Like, his parents would take us up there. It's fucking cold. And we'd get there at like 10 o'clock for the doors to open at midnight. And there's people that were already lined up. So we're already at the back of the line. No matter really what. Like, if you get there, honestly, anytime after 8 o'clock, fuck you. You're not getting a good spot in line. We're like around, because this GameStop's like in a plaza. So there was like a Radio Shack. There was like a GameStop, a Radio Shack, and like an AT&T or something. I can't fucking remember something. There was like 3 stores in this plaza. And it like wrapped around, right? So like, we would wait in the cold. So then they would open the doors at midnight, but because then you're so far back in line, and they're only letting so many people in, you're there for another hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. So, it's like, yeah, Call of Duty, woo, yeah, and then at like 1:30, you're fucking rolling out of there, a half-hour drive back home, we get home, turn on our Xbox, put the game in, fucking fall asleep. And I did this to myself every year. Stupid. And this is what made me think of it, because I had Taco Bell the other day. By the way, the double stuffed chalupa, fucking fire. 10 out of 10 recommend. Anyways, and I'm sure Trav can relate to this. As a kid, and you would go to Taco Bell, back when soft tacos were like 50 cents, or 25 cents, everybody wanted, like, imagine a hard shell taco, but the shell's a Dorito. It was like everybody's fucking dream if you love Taco Bell. Then they made the Doritos Locos Tacos. I don't know how many of you actually know this, but you can look this up. Taco Bell had a midnight release for the Doritos Locos Taco. Real shit.
I think I remember that, but I definitely didn't go to it.
Well, here's the thing. Me and Mike were fucking stupid. And we were going to go to it. We didn't go. And I remember he's like, dude, Taco Bell's having a midnight release for a taco. And we're like, bro, should we go? And he's like, bro, yeah, we should go. It was not, we didn't talk like that, but, you know, I'm over exaggerating. And I'll never forget. Like, he looked at me and he goes, how are we going to explain this to my parents? And I was like, I mean, I think they drive us to Hermitage for a video game. They can't take us 2 minutes away to the fucking Taco Bell for a taco. And I remember his dad came upstairs. He's like, Dad, we need to go to Taco Bell at midnight. His dad's like, why the fuck do you want to go to Taco Bell at midnight? We didn't drive. We were younger. And he was like, the Doritos Locos Taco comes out. And his dad's like, what the fuck is that? And we explained to him, it was a hard taco, but the shell is a Dorito instead of a normal hard taco shell. And his dad looked us dead in the eyes, laughed, and said, I am not taking you to a midnight release for a fucking taco. Like, just to think, like, I was wholeheartedly willing to go to a midnight release for a taco. And now,
Yeah, man.
do they even still do the Locos Tacos? Is that even still a thing?
What?
The Doritos Locos Tacos.
They are, and it's actually how I get my regular tacos every time. I can't go back. Like, I literally cannot eat. Like, I mean, I've done the double gordita crunch, you know, reviewing and everything, and I even said in my review
I said the double stuffed chalupa. I'm a fucking idiot.
It came. Oh, I thought you literally just meant double stuffed chalupa, but anyway.
I meant the gordita
yeah, double
crunch.
gordita is like, it's amazing, but it can be a miss, though, because me and Ashley got it not long ago, and it was kind of bleh. But, like, me and Thomas got it the other night after I got off work, because me and him never actually went to, like, Taco Bell together, and we still had, like, an hour before the lobby closed, so we went, and by the way, real quick, I need to post this on my Instagram, because I took a picture of it. I don't know if yours does, but mine has these giant iPads things, like big ordering screens, where you can go to the counter, or two people can order at two different big computer screens where you customize your stuff, and literally, and it's not like, oh, here's your order only. No, you pay at it too. I literally paid on a giant iPad at Taco Bell without having to talk to anybody.
Ours has that.
I was literally like, Thomas was like, because I go to Taco Bell a lot more often than him. He is just like, Taco Bell's okay, but he had the double gordita and, like, loved it and wanted to go back, long story short. But he was like, have you tried these yet? And I didn't even know what he was talking about. And he walks over, and I'm, like, looking over his shoulder at the screen. He's like,
it's like ordering through the mobile app. It's identical.
It's literally just like, my mind was blown. I was like, and I've had Taco Bell so many times. I've had Taco Bell so many times recently, but what I realized is, oh yeah, I haven't dined in at Taco Bell in so long that I literally didn't know. And he's like, oh yeah, McDonald's is doing it too. I'm like, McDonald's is doing it too? I was just blown away that, like, we're to this point with technology. Well, I mean, it's not that much of a surprise, if I'm really honest, but I just never knew that Taco Bell would be brave enough, I guess, to just do that. So if it's a busy day on a weekend or whatever, people can go to the counter, and they can go to other people, or a group or whatever can go to this screen where you can go all the way through your ordering, all the way down to, like...
And you can customize the fuck out of your stuff through that screen.
I know, and I do that all the time anyway, because if I get a box and it comes with 2 regular tacos, I always ask them, and can I get the Doritos Locos Tacos replacing the regular, and I will pay extra. Because it's that worth it. Like, ever since the Doritos one came out, nacho cheese one, the Cool Ranch was okay, but the nacho cheese one has stuck around. It has always been my taco at Taco Bell. I can't, like, I've tried the regular tacos again, and it's just not, like, regular tacos at Taco Bell is not, like, as good as if you just get regular tacos at, like, a Mexican restaurant. It's like, it just doesn't taste the same anymore. And the nacho cheese just adds, and I'm just a cheese guy anyway, so I think that's like goes into it. And I get like a cheese sauce on the side, dip my tacos in that. Also, maybe like I got some nacho fries. Actually, I had to add my order though, because I ordered it at the screen, and then I was kind of a dick, and I was like, I'm sorry, I forgot, because when they gave me my tray, I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgot to get nacho fries. I had the woman ring me up nacho fries because I forgot them and wanted them that bad, and I felt
So
kind of bad.
you were
I
a
was
dickhead over $1.50.
Yeah, I literally was
Butthead.
like, I made her take the time to ring me up at the counter after I'd already made my order, so I had like basically 2 orders. But yeah, but like back to what you were saying, like yeah, the nacho cheese is still around, and if I probably would have gone to that, and if let's just say the nacho cheese taco didn't exist, it doesn't exist up to this point of recording this podcast. If tomorrow on Chew Boom, or I saw somewhere that Taco Bell is revealing, because now the internet's more of a thing, and like back then it's whatever, but like Taco Bell is revealing the nacho cheese Doritos Locos Tacos, and you can get it tomorrow night at midnight on this, nationwide or whatever. Me and Ashley would be like accelerating to Taco Bell waiting. Like I already know that, like we would be, because we're such big Taco Bell fans, that we probably would try to go to that. Number one, because midnight's not late for us, and
Right. You guys are up.
And yeah, like we're up, and we've gotten Taco Bell even later than that, so it would be like the normal thing. And so shout out to anybody that's big Taco Bell fans. Let us know in the comments on the YouTube version of this podcast.
Dude, I'll be honest,
Taco Bell's
man.
great. It doesn't really hurt me or anything like it does everybody else. I don't really have that many problems with it.
Neither
It's
do
definitely
I.
still not the healthiest. I'd still rather go to a nice Mexican restaurant, which is actually what we ate today. Shout out to Ashley's friend Kelsey. We ate with her, and she literally found out that I had a podcast, and she listens to podcasts all the time. Shout out to her if you're listening, Kelsey.
Hello, Kelsey.
But what were you gonna say? I think you were gonna say something else. I think I interrupted.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
Like
I haven't had a Doritos Locos taco in over a year.
Dude, I think at this point you'd probably be like, Travis is right. I can't go back now.
But do you know what though? Like, it's almost like they fell off for me, dude. It's like they were such a big thing that now it's just like.
I mean, it's been a normal menu item for years, where it just becomes it's the normal now.
I don't care for the Doritos Locos tacos. I mean, they're good. Like, Doritos Locos tacos are good. Thank you, honey. But it's just like,
So
the only time I get them is if it's like in a box, but they don't include it in boxes anymore. So it's just, I don't get it. Like, I don't go out of my way toward a Doritos taco.
I said it in my review with the double gordita crunch being back. I said it, and I'm still planning to do it, but I know how I'll get. I'll let it get too far away in my head. I'll like forget about it. But if I hit some time, a few days where there's really nothing coming out review wise and stuff like that, and I find a window like, oh, go do this one review to kind of fill in the gap, it would be to ask. And it's funny because that screen in there doesn't. You can't customize it like this. You can't customize the gordita. So it's literally what us in the food community call what do they call it? Dang it.
Mukbang?
No, mystery. Dang it, I can't think of it. Like an off menu item. There's a word for that. But
Hidden menu item?
Do what?
Hidden menu item?
I don't know. There's like a specific word for it, but double gordita crunch, but you make the shell, the Doritos nacho cheese shell. I don't know. After I try that, and if I do review it, I don't think that I will be able to get anything else ever again.
Right.
Because the gordita crunch is already great. They add more beef. They put beef between inside the shell and outside of the shell, in between the tortilla and the shell. And I'm just like, this is so freaking good. And I want one, even though I ate earlier. So, like, this is, might have to be getting some Taco Bell later. At least maybe run through there and grab a Baja Blast. Thomas, shout out to my friend Thomas. He was like a weirdo and got freaking Dr. Pepper there, and I'm like, you have to get. I mean, this is just opinion. Like, I like to mess with him about things. But I was
My
like, you're
microphone
not
just
getting
totally
a
picked up
Baja
my
Blast.
fiance's
He's like,
burp.
he's
You're
like,
all
he was
welcome.
like, he's like, I have to be in the mood for Baja Blast. Who's ever not in the mood for Baja Blast?
I can't
Like,
go to Taco
literally-
Bell and not get Baja Blast.
Exactly. So Dustin agrees with me, and so me and
But
Dustin are the
my
same on that.
fiance,
just
my
because-
fiance does not like Baja Blast. Trista does not like Baja Blast.
Ooh, that hurts.
She just doesn't. I mean, like she's taken sips of mine before, but it's like not her go-to. Trista
I can
drinks
understand.
Pepsi through and through. Like Pepsi is her
so
drink.
she's a dark drinker.
Mm-hmm.
She likes the dark drinks.
But she likes Mountain Dew.
Um,
Pepsi and Mountain Dew. Like anytime we
oh,
go
then
to the
there you go.
grocery store and we buy soda, it's Pepsi and Mountain Dew.
Does she like cherry Pepsi? Because that's a fan favorite
She
of mine.
hates cherry Pepsi.
Dang.
It's Pepsi and Mountain Dew. It can't be any other type of Pepsi, no other type of Mountain Dew. Strictly like straight Pepsi, straight Mountain Dew. The OGs.
Not gonna
If
lie,
you will.
Trista, emotionally right now, you're making me feel far away from you. Okay, that's like, that's, I was thinking of the new acoustic album from Breaking Benjamin, and Far Away is an original on that, because every other song on that album is a kind of a remake acoustic, just like a different version, and the only original that they made for the acoustic album is Far Away, and it doesn't say From You, and I don't know why I said that, but I was just thinking of Far Away from Breaking Benjamin, but I don't want to sing it because there's that possibility of if you sing too much of a song on YouTube nowadays, copyright. But anyway,
Trista's glaring at me. We're both eating sandwiches.
sandwiches.
Ooh,
Oh my god,
burped.
I
It was
just
like
started
weird. It was like in my mouth.
Oh,
So-
dude, I hate it when I burp and there's like a mouthful of food. It's so weird.
Like
It's not as satisfying as when you release a burp like out loud. Like if you burp and your mouth's like burp, like full, and it's like basically a bomb going off in a contained area. I hate that.
I don't know what it is, but like Trista's a mom,
Is-
obviously. Like I've talked about it before, and for what I don't know if she just has like this mother's touch, but everything that she makes, whether it's not like she literally made me like a turkey sandwich with cheese and mayonnaise, very simple, and it's the best fucking sandwich I've ever had. Like if I made this sandwich, it would suck, but she just has like this mother touch, and it just everything she makes is so good.
Yeah, no, that's same with Ashley. Like I kind of got lucky on. I started dating her before I knew how she could cook, and so once she cooked something, I'm like, dang, this is good. And then just kept going, like, oh, this is also good. And, like, we'll go eat or whatever. It's like a balance. We'll go to a restaurant, and then she'll make something the next night or whatever, however we're feeling. And sometimes
on
she's
the
just too
podcast.
tired. And
Here.
I need to really sit down and, like, well, not really sit down because it'd be in the kitchen. But, like, I need to stand over her shoulder more often and, like, actually learn how to cook things.
Oh
'cause
my god!
I'm the worst. What the heck? What?
Tristan just burped and my microphone picked it up. Like I literally just watched like a flat line go.
It's always funny, Dustin, because like you'll talk to Trista during these, and maybe I'll listen to it back, and if I know that we didn't make any mistakes or whatever, I just kind of sync it up and put it up, like, and obviously kind of edit the end. 'Cause sometimes there's that bye and then we left too much space. I'll just kind of cut it off when you say that. Put the intro music, outro music, just generally, dress it up, get rid of all the problems. But like there'll be moments where like you talk to Trista and like I didn't hear what she said or did live when talking to you during this, but then I always hear it in the edit or in the final, like when it's up. I'm like, wow, like there's a huge difference between when me and Dustin are talking on the phone with this versus in the edit, like everything's more clear.
Excuse me.
And it's kind of hilarious what happens. So I kind of can't wait to hear that.
You're gonna hear her
Like-
burp 3 times. And then you're gonna hear her say excuse me and laugh, and you're also gonna hear her say, I think I tinkled.
Well, I didn't hear her that one time when you asked her, do you remember that guy that stopped, said hey, and then the cop showed up and was looking for that specific guy? I didn't hear her say really anything. I mean, maybe barely live in the moment, but in the edit, I clearly heard what she said, and I was like, wow, that is so weird. It's so weird how the phone won't pick that up, but then your microphone does really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud of us for both having really good mics. We're killing it right now.
Yes,
Like, because
we
I was
are.
listening to a podcast the other day that was like, I was so, like, I just turned it off. Like, sorry to them. But, like, they had, like, the worst, like, they were just recording through their computer and it sounded like the whole panel. And what sucks is it was like 5 people. So, like, they were all far away and echoey. And I'm just like, and they had not just recently started. So I was like, me and Dustin are really recent, and even we have better equipment than that. And not to put them down, I don't know how people can do stuff without being like, this could be better, like, and not to judge them. Maybe their work, like, I'm being a dick. Like, they probably
You
are
called me a
working on
dickhead
getting
again.
better equipment. They could probably be improved, and they're probably very aware that it's a very echoey sound and everything. I'm just glad that me and you are the kind of people that are very aware of, like, what sounds good, looks good, and, like, all that stuff, where we're creators, so we kind of have that eye for it.
Right.
And so, because it could be a lot worse, but, like, me getting this stand today was just kind of like, man, this is it right here. I'm like, on the lowest budget possible. Like, it's just, like, how I see it is, if you're going to spend $20 on something, it's literally like, you're going to be able to use it for, like, forever, so it's more than worth it. And equipment like that, when I got my studio light, that was, like, the best decision I ever made video-wise, because then my videos just became really well lit, not having to do it in the daytime with the window lighting, because I used to have to do that, and, like, stuff like that. So, just, like, I don't know. That's just a weird ramble about, like, being a YouTuber and, like, how
That's just like
having
that's
the
how I
right
feel about.
equipment is,
Yeah, that's how I feel about buying equipment. Like my microphone was not cheap. My microphone was like $180, and some people were like you tell people that, and they're like, oh really? Like you spent them on like a microphone? It's like, but
it's like, yeah,
if
but it's
you
worth
don't
it because it's gonna
create
last a long
content, then
time.
you don't understand. Like to me, this was an investment. Like it wasn't just like a stupid purchase. This was an investment into my brand, into my channel, and now live streaming on Twitch. Which, by the way, I hit
Yeah,
my
it's like
10th
$180
subscriber.
just like nothing when you think about how many videos and everything you can make for years and years and years, and all the content that goes into the equipment. It's like, man, that's more than worth it.
I don't think we talked about this in the last episode because we skipped a week, and I think it was just last week. I hit affiliate on Twitch. I don't know if we got this I know but I don't think we talked about it in the podcast.
You briefly mentioned it at the beginning of the one that we've done last together, which was episode 6.
Yeah,
You
so this is
had,
episode 8.
You had briefly mentioned it, but yeah, you can, mention it again. Like,
Yeah.
just
But
milestone.
I hit my 10th subscriber on there, which is to me is like a really big deal. Like that's cool. Like 10 people literally pay money every month to watch me play video games live.
Yeah,
It's
man.
crazy.
I'm glad you're doing the Twitch thing. I feel like it's something that I wouldn't be able to do, but you just have that way with it.
It just makes me. It kind of makes me want to talk about something too, and and I'm glad you're here because you obviously create content on YouTube, and you love what you do. Like you like making food reviews, and I just want to set the record straight, right? Because there have been people telling me on comments, like DMs on Twitter, that my channel is dying, that it's not what it used to be, and I want to make a video about it. But I feel like I should just talk about it here as well. I might make a video on it still. I know
podcast
my
is for.
channel. I know my channel doesn't do as well as what it used to. I'm aware of that. But at the same time, what I do is so it's time consuming. Like the whole tutorial thing, people just see like an end result. You just see a half-hour long video, a 20-minute video, whatever it may be, but you don't see the time that it takes to build this stuff. You don't see the time it takes to get the screenshots, to plan the tutorial, to, if I have to edit, to render, to upload, to make the thumbnails, to do all of that.
You used to have more time for one, so they can't really judge you for having like
there are days
kind of a brand
that
new
go into
life,
something
basically.
like that. It's not easy. And I still like, making Minecraft content. Like, it's literally what I started. Like, it's the reason why I am where I am and have the stuff I have. It's because of it. But I've honestly had so much fun recently creating other content. For example, live streaming on Twitch. I love it. It's different because I can go on there and I can play a different game and I can interact with people and just have fun. Whereas like doing tutorials, it's very it's focused content. Like, it's focused on one thing.
Yeah, very, very clean cut.
Yeah, and it's me going, okay, then you want to take this block and you want to place it 10 blocks this way. And it's just me counting over and over and over and over and over and over again. And
People
then like
just need to understand, like,
they don't. And like the podcast.
They need to understand just we're human beings that, you're just hearing a voice through a computer or a phone screen or whatever, and it's entertainment. Yes, we're giving you free entertainment, but they don't really try to, most of them anyway, and some of them do, like some of them really care and like try to actually, because a lot of people, a nice group of people on my channel, my main channel, like to kind of take time, like Elizabeth Ricard and people like people like her that literally will text me out of nowhere on Messenger, literally like just saying something funny or like how you doing or whatever. She's actually like, okay, I want to know Trav like a little more than just the videos, and that's really cool that people want to take time to get to know me, and and it's like I understand like my content is not gonna just be for everybody. Like, I know that there's people that just like have found a random, okay, I want to know what this new thing from Wendy's is like, types it in, finds me, like I'm probably one of the at least the 10th suggested if I put it out pretty fresh and new to when that came out or whatever. I try to stay on that. I try to do things like I have a kind of a schedule, like, planned out usually, not really like really firm, but I try to.
Schedule.
I don't have a schedule. I just mean
one.
I try to plan, like, okay, I find out on the internet that this new thing's going to come out on this day, try to get that, and it's not, I don't rush it. I'm not fill in the blanks other people, but but like where I obsess over it and I got to get those views. I got to just got to take a breath and plan it out, and whenever it gets out, it gets out. And I think some people come to me and they respect the fact that, like, I don't always take my time to do that, but sometimes I put out the Big Bacon Classic from Wendy's. There was no point in reviewing that. There was literally no point. But I did it anyway just to have an extra video out during that week, and I had fun doing it. It was just like a burger. I was hungry that night. It was like, I might as well do a review, and it's a new item. But that sandwich had been out for like a month, and it's just like, I don't care though. Like, I'm not gonna sit and worry about all the numbers and everything. And that's why I did my quick thoughts on Birds of Prey, because I was just like, I am tired of putting myself in this box of I gotta follow this code. It's like, I know that Birds of Prey quick thoughts is not going to get views. It's got like 20 views right now. It's been up for almost 12 hours. Like, literally, I don't care though, for one reason only, because I had so much fun filming it, ranting about just a film that I enjoyed, and the edit was so much fun because I added so many just little funny things in there that I was like, this is just a blast. And this is exactly what, like, from this point on, the Birds of Prey, like, the quick thoughts movie reviews, it's like, that's what it's going to be. Like, I've already just, if I have enough fun at a movie, or I just really hate one and I come out and I'm like, blah, let me just rant about how bad this was, like, that's what it's going to be. Like, instead of just a one-take vlog real quick, I decided, like, a quick edit is just what it's going to be, because that was so much fun. And people just need to understand, coming around back to what we were talking about, like, we're humans that want to mix it up a little bit sometimes. Like, it's not
Exactly.
like nobody. Okay, and this is something, and I'll just rant right here about what I said on Instagram the other day because I feel very strongly about this. Nobody ever created some kind of guideline, because I know there's some YouTubers out there that have this ego of like, I have 1 million subscribers, so people should follow exactly what I do to have that too. No, everyone's growth is different. Mine is different than Dustin's. Dustin's is different than mine. Ryan's is different. Ian's different. The endorsement he's got a different growing rate. Lucas
it's
is
the same thing with Tristan.
Lucas does vlogs, and I think he's been doing it for almost 10 years, and he has like only 100 something subscribers, and I was like, but he's fine with it because he's just like, this is my passion, this is what I want to do, and no matter how long it takes. And so people don't sit back and understand and try to understand, and some do, like I said, but there's a big majority of YouTube that's like, follow these guidelines if you want to get this. Like I personally think that
You want to know what cracks me up?
being different is more interesting to me, because a lot of people
Right.
get inspiration from other creators and they do this very pizza cutter, like very to the T exactly. Because if you look at a lot of people on YouTube, and no offense to any of them, there's a lot of great content out there and a lot of people doing the same thing over and over. Some people are just simply doing content just like somebody else. To me, it's like, what's the point then? Like, you gotta have, like, I call my channel my own little corner of YouTube. I love being a food reviewer. I love being in the food community. Where some of us get along, some of us don't. That's none of my business. But like, the food community as a big circle and what we're this kind of beautiful thing that's like, some people say is dying, some people is whatever, but like, there is a strong force with it. We know how to come together and help each other out and like all this stuff. And it's this really beautiful community that I love being a part of, but I am aware that my channel is not like, everybody else, but I love that about it. Like, that is something that is dear to me because I don't want to copy Ian or copy Dame Drops or anybody. Like, I just want to be me. And, my buddy Dylan, shout out to him. I talked to him on the phone last night, and he told me, like, dude, I respect you for being the guy that isn't like, okay, guys, click that bell, subscribe, and spends 10 minutes talking about that. And he's like, you pretty much get right to the point of trying the thing. And I'm like, and I try to, and I've caught myself editing a video, and I'm like, man, I took like half the video to try the thing. Like, and so I just sometimes keep it, sometimes cut a lot out. It just depends on my mood. Like, we're just humans with different moods, and I think it's just fine for Dustin to be like, I'm going to take a break from doing a Minecraft video and go play some freaking Jedi Fallen Order because it's a freaking amazing game, and stream the game.
But
because we're humans that like to do other things other than just what we always do. But that's my rant. Like,
About fucking time, Trav. Jesus Christ. No, I'm just kidding. So, no, it's funny that you bring that up because just some things I want to rant about too real quick. I literally just talked to Trista about this tonight. Like how I love, like, the podcast. I love doing the podcast because it's different. I've never done it before, so the fact that I get to come on here and talk to a friend and just about whatever, like there's literally no set topic on this. We are just talking, and
and occasionally we'll plan out a
find things
and
to
kind
talk
of go
about,
off of it. But this one in particular was just Dustin saying, hey, this time let's just do a freeform. And I literally was going to say the same thing to you. I was like, dude, I think so. It's almost like we're always thinking the same thing at the same time, so we work really well as co-hosts, like really, really well.
And the thing about, like, and what's shitty about people saying this about my channel is you can go look. Like, you can look at my last videos, right? Because I have tutorials. I have a Let's Build series where I'm building a city. And then I have just, like, the random stuff I uploaded. Like a parkour map, right? It's like I upload this parkour map and both videos get less than 100 views, which, again, doesn't bother me. It's whatever. But if I upload a tutorial within, within 24 hours, like 200-300 views, I upload a city Let's Build. Same thing. My video about my map dropping on the marketplace, something that I'm very proud about, I don't even think has not even 50 views, and it's been up pretty much all day. It's literally been up since probably like 11 o'clock this morning. Or no, not 11 o'clock this morning. It was like 2 p.m. But, you know, it's just so
They're
funny.
just not.
In my channel,
It's just this.
like my subscribers, they're at a complete fucking standstill. I have been at 8,530 subscribers for probably the past 6 months. And I still upload. Why? Because it's what I love to do. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about how many views my videos get.
You know,
I don't care.
subscribers are great. Like, me and Dustin know this. Subscribers are great to have. I wish I had 5K right now. I wish I had enough where, like, every single thing that I put out, like, having that comfort of, I know this is going to get a lot of views. You know, like, I wish, like, obviously we want our videos to do well, but sometimes, and this is the reason that I did my quick thoughts video today, like, put that up, is because I was just like, okay, it's beneficial to me because I love film. Film is something I really love talking about, and I want to bring that to the table. Like, I always get tired of, like, oh, I love this film, and, like, I want to talk about it with people. Like, there's not really a way, and, like, you know, I talk to Brian about movies, but I don't get to just, like, kind of rant to people. And so, like, making it into content's kind of what, you know, even though I'm a food reviewer, but I'm like, you know, no one else is doing that. Like, I don't see, like, oh, a food reviewer that does the occasional movie review. Like, I have never seen that. So it's kind of like, well, that's different enough where, like, I'm aware it's not going to get views, but I can't care about that every 5 seconds of the day, because then I'm not having that much fun just doing a very, I called it pizza cutter earlier, but I realized what the term is cookie cutter. But, like, a very cookie cutter fine line. I don't know why, but, like, I mean, I guess they can basically be the same thing. I think I'm pretty sure I've cut cookies with a pizza cutter before. But
why not?
You know, but yeah, that's kind of just the thing, guys, is like, people have it in their head that stuff has to be a certain way and you have to follow, like, YouTube is like, people just have, like, if you think about the general thing about YouTube, people have just put content on it for years, and no one has ever said it has to be a certain way. Because that's the beauty of YouTube, is all this different stuff.
Exactly.
And, you know, YouTube does have guidelines. They do have rules that you should follow, obviously, but they don't have, like, everyone should make this and this kind of genre content. Like, nobody ever said it. So whoever thinks that, you created it as an illusion inside your head of, like, oh, other people should follow my way because I have 1 billion subs or whatever. It's like, who cares about the freaking subscribers? Like, yeah, money's great, all that. I would love to make a living on YouTube and, like, and even off the podcast and stuff like that. It would be the dream, man. Like, I want to quit my job to just make content. I'd be able to do it more often and all that, but it's just something that's like, me and Dustin have to deal with what we got until we get to a point. So obviously me and Dustin have, like, these goals, like, I want to hit this many subscribers. I'm sure Dustin is aching to hit 10K, but it's like, but obviously just enjoying, it's going to happen when it happens. Just enjoy your time until then. But hey, we're not the type of creators that are taking humongous breaks. We're actually doing a general, pretty consistent content over a period of time, and that's all that matters.
I was telling Tristan this earlier too, because this is something that pisses me off, and it's about one of my friends. I'm not going to mention names, but one of my friends who is a Twitch streamer who has dabbled in the YouTube, not really, like, committed to it, I guess, always tells me, dude, you know, if you would just build a PC and play Minecraft on there and just get the fuck off console and, you know, focus on that, you know, your channel would grow so much. And it's like, and the one time I literally said to him, and I was like, how the fuck are you going to sit here and tell me that in order to grow my channel, I need to switch to computer Minecraft and be like everybody else? I started my fucking channel on the Xbox 360. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And I'm like, right. And another thing, you can't even tell me about YouTube when you don't even fucking upload to YouTube. You haven't uploaded in like 3 years. And how are you going to tell me that, like, well, this is why your content's not doing good? I don't care about the numbers. Do I want to build a gaming computer? Absolutely. But at this point, I'm not even thinking about me. My fucking wife makes content. She plays The Sims. I want a PC for her to be able to do that. I wanted to have it to be able to stream. And occasionally, hey, you know what? I want to jump on PC. I want to play Minecraft. Whatever. Fine. But I'm not going to, change what I've done or what I am doing in my content to fucking satisfy. I don't give a fuck what, Stampy Longnose, whatever the dude's name is, Stampy Longnose, Noose, Jesus Christ. You know, he has all millions upon millions of subscribers, and he plays Minecraft on PC and does all these custom apps. I don't fucking care. That works for him.
Yeah, because
That's
you're
him.
not
I'm not.
him.
I'm not
You're
Stampy.
Dustin's MC. It's like,
I'm
and
not
people
Dan
gotta
Lags.
respect that.
Like, I don't give a fuck what Dan Lags is doing. I don't give a fuck what Stampy's doing. I make the content that I want to make, and if you don't like it, don't watch. It's that simple. You know, like, who the fuck cares?
Amen.
And it's so funny, too, because the video I uploaded, again, about my map that I'm so proud about, somebody disliked it. Like, what?
Like
Like,
who
I don't care
cares?
about-
Like, you know,
I don't
it's
care
like
about
someone
dislikes
just,
because it's
probably
just a
someone
view.
just clicked it, you know, without even watching.
Exactly. You're like, if you dislike a video, listen, I'm going to tell you guys right now, for all of you listening, if you're people that dislike videos, you're fucking stupid. For one, dislikes don't affect channels, okay? All it does, all dislike does is registers as a view. So if you go on some fucking, oh, I hate Logan Paul, I'm going to dislike every video he uploads. You know, just clicking on his video and clicking that dislike button, you're just lining his fucking pockets with money. Stupid.
I know, right? You're just giving him that benefit. And, like, to me, it's like when I don't like a video, I don't think anytime I've disliked a video, it's been an accident and I meant to hit like. Like, I've literally hit dislike, pull it back from dislike, and then like it. That's just how I see the dislike button. I think YouTube could benefit better. They still don't have it. And I prediction right here and now, guys. YouTube will one day, because this has been my idea for like 5 years. YouTube probably will one day make a love button. They will make a heart button for YouTube.
Because you can heart comments.
Yeah, you can heart comments. I could see it being a thing. I think that they would benefit better by just a like button and a love button. Get rid of the
Exactly.
dislike button. Because the people that dislike a video and hate on something, you can still freely leave a comment. You can do all of that. Like, but if you just dislike a video, you didn't do anything because you didn't even state your opinion as to why. Most people that dislike just dislike and leave. You didn't like whatever. It only shows me, you know, you're not winning anything because most of my videos get likes anyway. So 1 or 2 dislikes to me is like, well, the majority liked this. Like, and I mean liked in a general sense, like they enjoyed this video. So why you're not affecting me in any sort of way. So
No.
that's that.
And I like to put myself in the mind of the people who dislike my videos, because it doesn't happen often. But it's like,
Right.
okay, I can understand where this video can be disliked. Because I put out a map, right, with my friend Karma. And like I say, like repeatedly, you know, hey, if you guys buy the map, I hope you do, like, please buy the map, you know, you guys can see this. And it's funny because, like, in my mind, they're probably, you know, if I put myself in their mind, they're probably thinking, oh, this guy's a fucking sellout, you know, why do we have to buy his maps? It's like, I get asked all the time, anytime I'm building a map, especially with Oak Creek City, the Let's Build, I get comments every video, if not every other video, or every few videos of somebody saying, is this ever going to be available to download? It's like, no. For one, yeah, well, yeah, it will be. But if I'm taking the time to build this map, I'm going to submit it through my team and put it on the fucking marketplace. If you want my map, buy it. It's $2. I understand not everybody can afford it for $2 or, you know, younger kids, whatever. That's fine.
I think there's this laziness factor too, where the first thought that I have, and this happens to me too, where if you have to purchase something on a game that you're enjoying, there's this little bit of frustration. Like the first way, after you've thought about it, you realize that it's not that hard to do. But the first thought you have is, I don't feel like digging out my card right now. Like
No,
it's
and
just
you wanna
this
know what's funny?
general. There's just this general laziness to putting in some numbers to buy something whenever it's just $2. Like so obviously they're more excited about, well, when it's free, it's free. $2 is $2. $2 is just a freaking canned soda at Walmart, like in the front,
Exactly.
outside of the building. So
You've
it's
gone out
literally
and
just
spent
like
money on stupider shit.
yeah, you're gonna go spend it on stupider stuff than a map that you're gonna enjoy for a long period of time.
Exactly.
Like a Mountain Dew or something like that is something that only lasts for as long as as long as it takes you to drink the whole thing.
And I
So
just
it's
want to
like-
set the record straight because people don't know
yeah.
this. And I honestly should mention this in my videos. Both of my maps that have dropped on the marketplace, yes, I built them or took part in building them. I could have got the map from free from the person I built it with. I purchased both of my fucking maps with my own money. That
Yeah, and
video
they
that
don't
I
take
uploaded,
time to
that map,
understand.
the map
and
I
they
did
don't
today,
take time to understand that you spent money just so they can enjoy something too.
I bought
So it's
my
like
own
their little
map.
$2 isn't gonna mean nothing. Is like that's that means more actually is what I meant. But
Yeah, like I literally, if any of you who watched that video and didn't buy my map, I bought my own fucking map. Like, I take so much pride in what I do. And here's the thing, I'm gonna be fucking honest. I make money off the marketplace. It's obviously no secret, and that's probably why people dislike it. It's like, oh, look, he's making content. If it wasn't for the
yeah,
fucking
but you
content
put
I
in the
made, I wouldn't even
work.
be able to do the marketplace thing. I am
Yeah, but you
blessed
put in the
to
work
have that
for it, yeah.
opportunity. Do you know how hard it is to get on one of those teams? To be able to
I
do
literally
that?
have no idea. That's why you're the expert.
Like, it's just, it's so funny to me that people get like so bent out of shape over that. It's like,
Yeah.
it's $2, you know. Again, I can understand if you're a little kid, you know, or you really like
Yeah,
can't
and you
afford
gotta
it. That's
beg your
fine.
mom for the card and you don't feel like it or whatever. I get that. Like, we all have those moms that like, well, what is it you're buying? But, porn. But,
I mean, like,
um, but,
and it doesn't matter to me. It's like, you know, somebody can comment on my video and be like, "Fuck you, I'll never buy your map." Like, I don't care if you don't buy my map, just because
but there's
one
no,
person
yeah,
doesn't
there's no
buy my
excuse
map,
for
you
the
know, there's gonna be
adults
plenty
to
of other
act a
people that
certain
do.
way whenever they're gonna spend money on coffee tomorrow anyway. So what's $2 for a freaking
Yeah,
map?
yeah.
Like,
You can go to Starbucks and spend $7 on your fucking small coffee. You goddamn idiots.
yeah, man, frappuccinos are like 5 something. They're not cheap.
Ridiculous.
Which reminds me, me and Ashley need to use our Christmas. We have a Starbucks gift card that we need to use. That'll probably buy us like 2 coffees because they're expensive.
Tristan
but,
and I are Dunkin' people.
We don't have a Dunkin'. That's why I've never tried it. And I told myself like, dude, I'm gonna do my first review.
They have the
on
best
Dunkin'
flavored iced
whenever
coffee
we
out of
get
any other
one.
place ever.
Actually, Little Rock.
They did Girl Scout
Has
flavored
Dunkin'.
iced coffees, Girl Scout cookie flavors. Like, what's not to love about that?
All right, man.
Starbucks
Let's do our
doesn't do that.
recommendations because
All right.
we're kind of getting near the hour. But recommendation real quick. I thought of it kind of during Dustin talking a little bit. Slight thought I had. I was like, wait, what am I gonna do for recommendation? And then it hit me. I
Buy my
haven't done
fucking
a
map and send me my care
haven't-
package. That's your recommendation.
I haven't done like a firm plug. I mean, I have mentioned this in a podcast, but it wasn't really like. I just want to kind of plug it again and plug it in a more professional way. Out of the Blank podcast. I really enjoy his stuff. Robbie Robertson is his name, and he even told me, he was just like, man, that's my name, and like and I hate it. Or he said something like that. But yeah, Robbie over there, cool guy, really enjoy it. Talk to him on Instagram pretty much daily, and he's cool. He does a daily podcast, guys, and like I know it's kind of probably like, oh, you're a podcast plugging another podcast. Wouldn't you want? No, I'm gonna support everybody. Like he's been doing it for a long time. He kind of has things to show us, like we're kind of just starting out. So like he has a lot of stuff, a lot of things that we probably don't know. So he's a really smart guy in that, and he does a podcast daily, and I don't know how he does it. He records like 6 times a day with different, and every time's a different guest. This dude is so busy, so freaking busy. But Out of the Blank podcast, I will link in the description the episode where he had me on. As just kind of a starter pack for you guys. Here's a little teaser for his podcast. I was on there. He invited me on. I thank him for inviting me on. That was a while back now, but
Send me the
that
link.
episode had recently been uploaded, and it was a lot of fun because he's just like, hey, like, what do you do? And like, he's just a general conversation. He's all about just being able to, and I like the title of his podcast, Out of the Blank, because it literally means just random, out of the blue, like whatever we can come up with talking about is what we're going to talk about. And so he has different guests every day. So if you guys are interested in a daily podcast, like that guy is your guy. He's on YouTube, he's on Spotify, he's like everything that we have. I think he distributes stuff through Anchor as well. And so there you go, guys. Yeah, Out of the Blank podcast. Robbie, you're a cool guy, and thank you for having me on. But what's your recommendation, sir?
So I'm going back to a show. Brand new show on Netflix. It's called Lock and Key.
Yeah, I've seen
Fantastic
that
show.
suggested, but I haven't checked it
Listen,
out.
Tristan and I watched the preview one night, right? Because like I saw it on there, I mentioned it in my live stream, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, dude, it's so scary! It's so scary! It looks so scary! I don't want to watch it." So Tristan and I watched the preview, and the preview, I'm not gonna lie, like you watch the preview on Netflix, you know, like when you hover over like a show, it plays. The preview looks creepy as fuck, but the show's actually not creepy. It's actually like it's like a good suspense drama. The show is amazing. There's 10 episodes. Tristan and I literally just started watching yesterday, on episode 8. Like, we can't stop. And the guy who wrote it and directed it is Stephen King's son. He didn't want people to know that, but it came out. Like, you can literally, like, look it up. But it's really cool. I think his name's Joe Hill or something. Something Hill. His last name's Hill. But he's Stephen King's son. I don't know if it's, like, a different name he uses, like a fake name, like Mark Twain did.
I don't know.
But, yeah, like, Tristan and I, we're actually, after this podcast, we're going to watch the show and probably finish it up. So, it's really good. Awesome. And I looked it up. It's actually the show on Netflix is based off a series of comics. Didn't know that till I looked it up. So it's really interesting. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It is not scary at all.
Stephen King movies a lot too do that, where it's like, oh, there's like several books of this kind of combining into one thing.
The show's good. You need to watch it with Ashley. Like, I recommend it to you.
Oh, like, yeah, I'm sure we'll check it out.
You and I have very similar tastes in things, and if I can sit down and watch it and be interested in it, you'll love it. It's about magical keys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Magical keys.
But it's like, there's a dark past behind them, though. That's the thing. So, you know, it's like, like magical keys. Like, it seems kind of stupid, but then like you watch the show and it's like, holy fuck, like this is actually crazy. Like, Tristan and I can't stop watching it. We literally yesterday watched episodes 1 through 7.
Well, guys, we absolutely love you. Thank you for listening. You can find us on Spotify, Anchor, a bunch of listening platforms. Search us, and we may or may not be there, but it's definitely most of them.
Find us on iTunes.
The Apple Podcasts, and all of that jazz. Dustin, is there anything you'd like to say before we wrap it up?
Send my fucking care package.
Or Trista instead of that, because I knew that was coming.
Trista, is there anything you want to say? We're wrapping up the podcast. She said, nah.
Nah, B.
She didn't say anything. She just shook her head.
That's perfect. You know, that's all she had to say. That sums up the entire podcast. Just, nah, man. Like, but
she said good vibes only.
And always remember, and I'm gonna let Dustin finish this for me because I know he's gonna know what I'm doing right when I start it. It's just a bad day,
not a bad life.
Yes, sir. We love you, and we'll be talking to you next time.
Bye bye.